Hello, friends. Welcome to a very fun episode of Funbearable. I'm Brad Rohrer.
And I'm Chuck, the fun man, Staten.
And we have here a panel with the cast of Reno 911, recorded at Rhode Island Comic-Con. And I got to host it. We're very excited to finally get to share it with all y'all.
Yes, and if you like the panel, check out our other panels on our channel.
Yep, that rhymes.
I didn't mean to do that.
You've been rhyming all day.
Is it a flannel? So anyway, we have a bunch of panels on the feed, including our panel with the cast of Mallrats, our panel with the cast of Clerks. What else?
Boy, going back is those Futurama. There's
The Futurama panel.
T voice actor.
All the Futurama guys, all the voice actors from Turtles, all the voice actors from Rick and Morty. We have 2 Rick and Morty panels.
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
A lot of flannel panels.
We have a lot of panels on the Funbearable feed. So, you can just go on YouTube, search Funbearable Futurama. It'll come right up.
Yeah.
A lot of them on there. But today, please enjoy Brad moderating the Reno 911 panel.
We have Carlos. We have Mary. We have Thomas, and we have Cedric.
Look out.
Be cool. Everybody be cool.
All right, you be cool, we'll be cool. All right, everybody be cool. Yeah.
I've never been cool and I never will be.
Welcome to Rhode Island Comic-Con, y'all.
That was a fun start.
Like,
But that's a
great start.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
We got, what's the name of the baby that's asleep? Armin.
Armin.
Arwen.
Okay. Like one of them elf movies, Lord of the Rings or something like that. There you go.
Perfect. Well, I've got a couple questions for y'all just to prime the pump, and then we'll turn it over to the audience. So get your brains working. Think of questions for these talented performers. We'll start with the start. Can you talk a little bit about, kind of developing the show and or your characters for the show?
Sir? Oh, thanks.
Dangle?
The first thing you said is, let's get your brains working. And I would say one thing people look to Reno 911 for
Turn it off.
has nothing to do with getting your brain working.
Nope. Turn it off.
This
Shut
is
it
a show
down.
you can watch with your dog. The weird detail is we actually we were just gonna do we were writing a sketch show for Fox, and we were pretty proud of it. It was after we'd done The State and we'd done Viva Variety, and it was after Viva Variety and we were writing a sketch show, and then we did a table read. We cast. Carlos came in, do the audition that you did.
The Woody Allen, I think the Sunnis, she's gambling away my
I was gonna say, I would say skip in this era. Skip Woody Allen.
And then I did what? I did the
Woody Allen.
It's a miracle chamois, Michael. This chamois is stronger than a California marriage. And then I did Tony Montana
Skip ahead to Tony Montana
as a children's birthday clown.
Yes, but back off the mic because you're too loud.
I know, what are you, 4 years old? What are you, it's a little bit... Okay, it's okay, I'm a clown for your birthday. How you like that? I made you a balloon animal! Happy birthday!
So that was his audition, and yeah. And the weird thing is, even though this was the year 2000, we still told you never do the Woody Allen impression again. Even then.
Nope.
And
We just
then-
had a feeling. We just had a.
yeah, Cedric, do you want to do explain how you got cast in the show?
Yeah, and then I at the time I was dropping off my headshot resume and my VHS tape of some sketch comedy that I had done in Minneapolis, and just happened they happened to actually open up that manila envelope that I would drop off, and surprisingly, also my audition was also inappropriate as well now because I opened up with Cosby.
Oh, okay. So basically, you came in and you
That was my
The weirdest thing is that we saw you do Woody Allen and you do Cosby, and we're like, you guys are perfect for this show. What was it, like 1920?
I did more.
yeah.
I did more Amsterdam. No.
I did Harvey Weinstein, which is weird.
It It made way more sense at the time.
It did.
It made a lot of sense at the time.
He was more like a cuddly Harvey
yeah.
Weinstein.
And then
But then I also I also had a little bit of a peanut butter cup, Reese's peanut butter cup that I had slathered some peanut butter on. I stuck it on my head for a mole, and I proceeded to go. Look at this face. I know the years are showing. Look at this lie. I keep getting cocky. And they fell in love with that. That's kind of weird shit we would.
Those are the guys. So then
they liked.
we wrote all these sketches for a really long time. And then we read them for Fox. And they were actually a pretty great bunch of sketches. I wrote one
For Nisi.
I wrote a sketch for Nisi. Nisi's with this character called Carol the Slave.
Oh,
So it was this a woman who had brought in an enslaved person to Antiques Roadshow.
oh my.
And
It was the 2000s, guys. You
I
know?
stand by that one. I stand by that one.
Oh man, everybody be cool.
Am I going to get in trouble for that? Because
yes.
Look at this.
I'm going to get you in trouble
Nisi
for.
did it. Nisi
But I
did it.
just did an interview with the New York Times about how wonderful Nisi is, and I talked about that sketch for a long time. They can't get me now. So that was a very fun sketch. And then we did this reading. It seemed like it went well, but apparently it did not because we got canceled in the room. Gail Berman, who's still a friend, but she was the president of Fox, and she said, I don't need this kind of sketch show that has no hook. It doesn't. You don't really have any kind of hook. You know, like people watch TV for characters that come back week after week. So this won't work for us, and we're not going to do it. And she also then said, and you're also like pretty mature for Fox. And I just want to point out that the time she said that I was too old to be on Fox, I was 28 years old.
Oh my God.
So that was, if you're thinking about getting into TV. And then we got sort of canceled, so we left for the weekend. And I was watching the Fox Saturday night lineup. And then I called the folks, and I was like, what if we just did, like what if we just did a verbatim parody of Cops? But the only twist was that we thought it would be like Little Britain, so we would be everybody that you'd ever meet. There would never be anybody else, because it was just going to be like a version of a sketch show, but with police driving around through it. But we thought it was all about funny recurring perps that we
Right,
play.
criminals.
Because in the pilot, everybody played a little something. Mary came in later, but in the pilot, you played like the weird.
I played before Terry. I played a roller skating prostitute.
Yeah.
I have no recollection of that. Is that true?
Yes, I played a roller skating prostitute named Chrysalis.
I have zero recollection.
Yeah. Jamaican.
You've always pitched that character, and we never.
Yeah, not
quite-
really. The naked Jamaican never really.
Cedric has a character called the Naked Jamaican, and he has a catchphrase. Say it.
Hey, I'm on my 10-speed, naked, to let me skin breathe.
See, this is why it never took off.
It never worked.
The reaction that you just had to the Naked Jamaican is the reason that it never really made it into the show.
Quite.
Actually,
Start doing it, we'd be like, yeah, this sounds fun.
the one character
The
did,
skin breathe.
the one character that did make it into the regular thing was Carl. Hey, I'm making a surfboard out of a cactus beetle. I'm surprised that ever made it to air beyond the pilot.
We did it hundreds of times.
Yep. You give me the money, I give you the baby. You give me the baby, I give you the money. And I also did Paul Reiser, pulling over, answering, being pulled over by Nisi. Paul Reiser.
And then, so then once actually we did the show, and then it sat on the shelf for 3 years. Fox did not pick it up for 2000.
See, I'm like, can I ask you?
Of course. we shot it in 2000, like the winter of Christmas of 2000, sat on the shelf, and then 3 years later, Comedy Central looked at it, and we actually had to shoot it again.
Yeah.
We did most of the same material, but they literally, Fox owned the literal videotape. Like, so we had to redo everything, which was kind of a weird thing to do.
As I recall, we went home to think about our characters. We did not have to audition as our characters, and we met Beth McCarthy from SNL in a warehouse thing on Sunset Gower Studios, and I believe the first thing we rehearsed was the mime in front of a check cashing place.
Which is why, I don't know, that didn't need rehearsal, really. It's
Just gonna beat him up.
That was also the last time we ever rehearsed anything.
Yeah.
I think I see a little Terry hat in the audience. Am I correct? Yes.
Oh, that's Sexy Terry. We've met Sexy Terry.
Yeah, Sexy Terry is here.
Not that...
No, that's Sexy.
No. If you know Nick Swartz,
have you seen
this one is Sexy Terry.
That's Sexy Terry.
It seems like you explored a lot of different storylines through the course of the show. Is there anything you wanted for your characters that did not get explored that you were like, oh, I really want, Kimball to do this. I really want this to happen for Dangle and so on, that didn't make it to air for some reason or another?
This is weird because somebody said there was a magazine like BuzzFeed or somebody that did questions with us about how well we know our characters. And I know that for me, like, the Lieutenant Dangle Wikipedia is longer than my Wikipedia. Which is a distressing feeling.
Yeah.
But it's like James Ron Dangle was in the Coast Guard. He's murdered 2 of his wives. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot so many of these things.
I wish we would have explored the answer for why did Garcia kiss Weigel, who was dressed like Kenny Rogers but looked like Colonel Sanders? And why wasn't that question answered?
That was a beautiful moment. Does everybody remember that moment?
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Patton Oswalt had just killed Kenny Rogers, saying, "What's the freak?"
Do you remember what he says?
Dan Rather.
Oswald walks up to Kenny Rogers on her show. He says, "What's the frequency, Kenneth?" And then shoots him.
And so you have that moment.
It was such a great joke that's like not.
This is not a storyline, but I just wanted to say it because I'm thinking about it. My favorite line ever spoken on the show ever was Little Terry, and we were trying to arrest him for giving tug jobs in the bathroom at Tacos. And all of a sudden, we're trying to cuff him, and all of a sudden he goes, "Look, someone's stealing a tornado." Not look, there's a tornado, or look, somebody's trying to steal something. They're stealing the tornado, and we bought it.
Does everybody? This is one of my favorite things we ever did. Does everybody remember that Terry's always bragging about his wife?
Yes.
Who has super big boobs and she's a lawyer.
Sweet
boobs.
She has sweet boobs and she's a lawyer.
boobs.
And it was Christina Applegate came and did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
She played See with 4 E's and a silent J. And the way that
Yeah, she does have beautiful big boobs.
beautiful boobs. And the way that we did that is Christina Applegate was just waiting down the street with headphones on to hear all the stuff that Nick was saying about her. So she could be like, "Yes, I'm a lawyer. My name's See the J."
That was smart. I didn't know that.
Did you ever have stuff that other than Naked Jamaican, which we did try?
Well, okay, we did try to. The one thing that I wanted to try, and we kind of did, but if we do this again, if we ever go back, because we know Jones can't really grow a mustache.
Right.
So just, I don't know. So let's just get a mustache for Jones, man. I just think he'd just be
Sure we didn't do that ever?
Well, we came in. I came in with a morning briefing one time, and he had penciled it in.
Right.
And I wanted to go one way. We shot it. It didn't work, and so it never made it. But I think there's something there. Jones's mustache is.
I think maybe Kimball could have a mustache.
Yeah. I think Jones could grow a mustache, but it would be just like Hitler, and then just doesn't grow anymore, and he's got to live with it.
There are frequently, when I say that did we or did we not do that, there's frequently clips that'll come up on TikTok or Instagram of the show, and I'm like, oh, we did that? Yeah. I was like, oh, I forgot that Martin Mull replaced me on the show for a whole episode, remember? Yeah.
I just reminded.
And you'll see a clip and it'll be like, oh, right.
I just reminded him the other day about we did sex tape. Me and Wendy. It was a Halloween episode of some sex tape, And we shot it at Tom's old house, Tom's real life house. He has no
I
recollection
have no recollection
of me and Wendy having
Jenny
sex
does.
in his
of that.
house.
All those sex tapes blend
Was it by the
together after a
fireplace?
point.
So many sex
Okay,
tapes.
now
all
I
the
remember
time.
the
By the fireplace. Yeah. Yep.
That's great. Well, folks, if you have questions, if you want to head to the middle right away, you're on it.
Yes.
What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Tony. I'm from Attleboro, Massachusetts.
Tony.
Name. Good name. That's a good name.
So you guys primarily making us laugh for like decades. But Nisi recently proved what an amazing, amazing dramatic actress she is in grotesquerie. Like it's stunning to watch her. Has that inspired any of you to pursue more dark or dramatic roles?
Yeah, but I don't get them though.
Yeah.
In fact, she beat him out for that part, which is a little, she's sensitive about it. We don't talk about it a lot.
Every single day on Dahmer, I'm like, I would play Dahmer for less money.
Yeah. I do. Look,
I will
mother,
show
hey.
up. I'll drive myself. I seem like Jeff Dahmery, kind of. Let's be honest. Like, kind of.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Mother, I have a new best friend. His name's Jeffrey, and he's a great cook.
I think this is a very good time since you're an Academy Award winning film.
I am in an Academy Award winning film.
She was great in.
The Descendants.
And
I had to cry. I had to be serious. I had to be dramatic, which is, hard sometimes. But, you do it.
And plug your picture right now.
Yeah.
Sure. I have a new movie that just opened yesterday called Juror Number 2, directed by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's starring Nicholas Hoult, Toni Collette, J.K. Simmons, Kiefer Sutherland, and this weirdo is doing a dramatic turn, and it hasn't been very widely released, but hopefully it'll come out on streaming, and maybe you guys will go out and check it out. It's I think it's one of the best films of the year, and yeah, it's a really, really cool movie, and it's great to work with Clint Eastwood.
I was also, while we're at it, I'll plug in my Clint Eastwood movie, which is called The 1517 to Paris, and no one liked it. Really, absolutely nobody liked it, but it was fun to be in.
What was the thing you shot in Paris?
There's a movie called Le Divorce.
Le Divorce.
That one, sometimes I'm in a dramatic movie, but I'm usually like there as a
They're
joke.
comic relief.
I'm there as a joke.
Yeah.
They're like, wouldn't it be funny if Batman's doctor turned around and it's fucking Dangle?
Memento.
I'm in Memento.
Come on.
Sometimes I forget that I was in Memento.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
So
Thank you, Tony.
You.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
This crew has some range. We got some range.
Please. Sorry.
Thank you. My name is Bryce.
Right.
I was just wondering, is a lot of the show like ad-libbed or improv, or how much of it is scripted versus do you guys ever throw in anything of your own? And then also, do you guys happen to have a favorite recurring character or guest star?
Favorite. Well, somebody else.
It's like 99% improvised with pre-existing structure.
Really, if
and
there's
story.
a structure, it's mostly about like, are there stunts and
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like Coen Brothers for me. They got a big script for me. Mine's our line. I got big ass lines for this. No, it's an improvised show.
There'll be like an outline. We don't like to do something if we don't know how it would conceivably end.
Right.
Like, I think that's the danger of doing an improvised show, is that thinking that you're just going to find some funny stuff. Because you certainly will, but it is very, very handy to have an idea of
Right.
how it will tie up.
Like it might be the script, quote unquote, might be like, okay, there's a naked guy in a convenience store and he's just stolen the hot dog rotisserie machine.
Yep.
And then,
There's a naked
like,
man.
Go, and then, but we'll find out like, oh, and then he donates it to charity or whether, like something.
Whatever, and a lot of it's based on performance. I think one of the most brilliant moments happened that turned one character into a favorite reoccurring character, which was Craig Bullen, the Truckee River Killer.
Serial killer,
And this happened in an improv scene where Kyle Dunnigan, I believe, was supposed to be a one-off. And he was just standing here, somebody stole my ice cream cone. And Weigel was on the call. And suddenly she said, well, I guess I'll just go home and play with my cats. And Wendy, Kyle said, I'm going to go home and play with my cats. And Wendy brilliantly listened, connected the cat idea and said, oh, well, Weigel's going to play with her cats too, and sort of connected them and bonded them.
Great matchmaker.
Yeah, and that, because of her ability to do great improv and listen, was bonded them together for 8 more episodes for Kyle.
Yeah.
Just because of her quick reaction.
And if I may get political for a second, Weigel is a fantastic childless cat lady.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, no, she isn't. She is not. She's
Well, that's true,
a
but
terrible
Actually,
person.
a terrible person.
Yeah.
And
Weigel-
that.
and heavily medicated.
Wait, she said which N-word ate the last donut in the first episode.
That is literally the first scene,
She's
first episode.
an awful human being.
Terrible, terrible character, Weigel.
She's trying her best.
JD Vance is right. No, he's what?
It tells you a lot about Reno 911 that we're like, oh, look, something nice happened, which is like Weigel has a boyfriend now. What can we do to make it awful? So we made him a serial killer.
Yeah.
We're like, it'd be horrible if this just was like a nice thing that made sense and was lovely for everybody. That doesn't do us any good. Yeah. That's not a show. Yeah.
True.
Didn't Weigel also sell her child?
She sold her baby one season. She was also putting up flyers to keep Asian people out of the cemetery. Like, she's not a nice
She's not
character.
cool. No,
She's
no.
not cool.
Not cool.
She's
worse than Jackie the Pickle throwing hooker.
yeah. No, Weigel's not cool. Yeah. It wasn't the idea, really. But
She's childless because she sold her child.
she did sell a
Yeah.
cake.
And as far as recurring characters, I enjoy not only Little Terry, but Big Mike,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Toby Huss.
Toby Huss.
Brilliant Toby.
Yeah.
It's like when we have George Lopez in as comes in as the mayor and he just starts crying.
Yeah, he kissed me. He kissed me. So did Jamie Lee Curtis.
He's like, anybody can make an allegation. These are just allegations. And just crying, and it's wonderful.
One of our first, though, the really big guests was Kenny Rogers. And he, from what I remember, he had a TV Guide interview when TV Guide was a thing, and they asked him, "What are you watching?" And he said, "There's this weird ass show I know about called Reno 911." And you guys caught wind of it? You saw it, or?
Yeah, we reached out, and it was very big news at the time. He said, the Reno 911 is the funniest thing I've ever seen. If the ratings are up, it's because of me.
Yeah.
And that's actually framed in my office. So every day I look, if I'm ever feeling down, I look that Kenny Rogers said that one.
Yes.
David Lincoln, the producer, gave me a bunch of Gamblers movies, and I researched them and made all these notes, and then I drove around with Kenny Rogers and gave him and he was awesome. He was just on it. But one of the greatest moments was I pull up next to this woman in Northridge in the Crown Vic with Kenny Rogers in the front seat, and I blasted Sweet Home in Alabama just to get her to look like, look, Kenny Rogers is in the front seat. They're listening to Leonard Skinner or whatever. And she didn't look. And it's this way. But he was awesome. Kenny Rogers was like,
You have to
let's pull over.
stop and smell the Kennys.
Yeah, he was wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, we forget, Kenny Rogers had so many credits.
So many
acting
movies.
credits.
And a very successful franchise in the fast food industry. Didn't he?
Rogers.
There's an entire Seinfeld episode about it, I believe. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great question. Fairies.
Hi, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Dee. I'm from Boston. So my question actually kind of relates to the being a bad person. Me and a friend were talking recently, and we're like, Reno 911 couldn't be made today, but it still works because everyone's bad. Like they're all terrible people. Yeah. And I was just wondering your thoughts on that, or if you would make it today, would you like change anybody's personality or make them worse?
Is that possible?
I'm not sure how many of the characters get that much worse. Yeah. I mean, I think that was one of the things when there was, a sort of a correction in the universe. A lot of people were like, these shows are like glorifying the police. I was like, not us. I was like, not only
Opposite of propaganda?
not glorifying the police. We kill a milkshake in the second season. And then we all go to jail for the third season. So like it was always interesting because we were not that kind of show. But then there's a very distressing and interesting thing. Is Arwen awake? Hi.
Hi, Arwen.
Hi, Arwen. It's nice to see you. Which is that if you talk to most law enforcement, they will tell you, and not be kidding, that ours is the most realistic police show
Yeah.
on television.
That is not a joke. It's true. Everyone.
Ask any police officer what's the most realistic police show that there is, and
They're like surprisingly accurate.
the world is full of
Surprisingly accurate.
Terrys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many Terrys.
Yes. CSI is, they're always eating pubes and stuff.
Enhance.
It's not that much pube work,
Enhance.
in real cop life.
But in the real world, people do poop in the book donation box,
Yeah.
which is a very long episode that we did. It's so funny. We did an episode in the same week. We shot an episode that was who pooped in the book donation box, which I was quite proud
And
of.
wasn't one episode just called Jelly Tugs?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
There was like a jar of jelly in Junior's car, and somebody was.
He was wondering. Arwen's awake, so I might not talk about this
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah.
We're just talking about peanut butter and jelly.
But we also
Really
did
delicious sandwiches.
We did a full episode that we were waiting for George W. It's our only political episode. We're waiting for George W. Bush's motorcade,
And all of a sudden,
and it's a beat for beat reenactment of the play Waiting for Godot. We even do many of the lines from the play, and no one ever noticed.
yeah.
I just noticed you pronounce it Gatto.
That's how you pronounce it.
I know
hate to be
specifically.
I know.
You said it specifically Gatto.
I said it so specifically.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was
Gatto,
Go Dot.
guys.
I thought it was Go Dot.
I know, we're also weird theater people. Considering that we also wrote Who Pooped in the Book donation box.
Yeah.
Now, when I say we wrote it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
You're welcome.
Anyway, we wouldn't really change anything.
Yeah, and we're still alive. We're still funny, and I'd love to do it.
We are the cockroach of comedy.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Yes, this is Shane from Charlton, and my question's for Thomas Lennon specifically.
Sure.
I'm
I'm going to dodge that question. No matter
Good luck. I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
So, I was watching Comedy Central forever. I'm an old bastard,
Yep.
and I remember Viva Variety very vividly.
you.
Where the hell did that come from? Because that was so out of left field.
So for those playing at home, we did a show called The State that was on MTV. That was
I was a huge fan of that too. I love State.
And, I actually wrote a sketch for The State that was called the Mr. and Former Mrs. LePand Variety Program. And it was sort of like that, but I had a perm, and Sherry was my ex-wife,
And Michael Ian Black.
and there was a gorilla on the show. And it was basically just, I think I'd gone to, I was in Europe one time and was watching weird European game show TV where people are naked and there's just strange, and they do sketches that are really, really over the top and weird. And so that Viva Variety kind of just came out of watching European TV very jet lagged and wondering what are all these people so excited about?
Yeah.
And then we just started, we would just, I cannot believe we would do a thing. We had a chimpanzee on the show.
Yeah.
Which came very close to being at home with girls.
We also had a chimpanzee in the It's a Wonderful Heist Christmas special.
Well, but we had a real chimpanzee on
Yeah,
Viva
yeah.
Variety. We would just do really dumb stuff. But there's amazing, cool things about Vivo.
And I was in an episode where I got to be a contestant on a game show called French or Gay.
French or gay.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
And almost everything came up as both.
Arwen likes that joke. Arwen
Yeah.
likes that joke.
All right, thank you.
Alan?
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Rob. Good to see you.
Hey, Rob.
Rob.
First of all, Mr. Alazraqui, my father did not believe me when I told him that you voiced Spiral the Dragon
Yeah.
originally.
Watch out for Nasty Nork.
But how do you think Reno 911 would fare against Paradise PD?
Oh. Cedric, you were a part of Paradise PD.
Are you on that show?
I'm the two black dudes on both.
Yeah.
Wait. You're two black dudes on that show?
No,
Sounds like a new sitcom.
I'm the black guy on this one,
Wait.
and the black dude on Paradise PD.
Okay.
I especially love the episode where your character shoots himself, and then the both media outlets are saying, "Oh, this poor man," and "Oh my God,"
He thought he almost shot us.
the cops are shooting the black person.
Yeah.
But
It's hard to talk about with Arwen here,
Yeah.
Paradise PD?
But yeah,
I've never seen Paradise PD.
it's very it's a very naughty show. It's a lot.
Unlike Reno 911, which is so family friendly.
Yeah.
So family friendly.
I think the Reno sheriffs were aware of their own patheticism as opposed to the people on Paradise PD. Yeah, we knew we were sad.
Are you on Paradise PD also?
I might have done a few voices for them. I was on Farzar, but no. But I would think we would fare worse because we're aware of our own desperation.
I want
on
to
Reno.
see a Reno 911 animated series.
Yeah.
I know that everybody likes that idea, but it sounds like a lot of work for me.
Yeah. Come on, John.
Like I said, I would
Nisi
like
keeps
you
pitching
to
this, and
do-
she's like, "Why don't you do that?" And I'm like, "Cause you're what? No,
No.
You're gonna just go win Emmy after Emmy, and I'm gonna just go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go toil in the basement and."
We'll see.
Like Brazil on the
Wait,
typewriter.
no one's asking you to animate it or anything. But I
feel
just
it's a lot of it's more meetings for me than it is for Nisi.
Yeah.
It's like more Zooms that I have to go to. I just know that it is.
well,
Oh no, she'll definitely show up and make a ton of money and be wonderful. Yeah.
and you'll be all
There'll just
the
be a-
Zooms.
Or when I'm sorry, there'll be a ton of bullshit in the middle that I'll have to do.
Yeah.
Because kid, shit runs downhill.
Yeah.
It's just it's a good thing to learn in this life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate the show so much.
Oh,
Thank you.
Always made me laugh.
Thank you.
Hello, what's your name? Where you from?
Hello, my name is Evan.
Hey, Evan.
I'm from Ware. So my question is, like, you guys have mentioned that, like some of it's improv, some of it's scripted. My question was like the costumes. Did you guys have input on them? Specifically the shorts.
Yeah.
Like, were you given regular length shorts and you came back the next day?
The first thing that the wardrobe, I had an idea in my head, and it's not that complicated. The next time you see it, you'll be like, oh, that's where he got the idea for this. If you see the movie G.I. Jane,
Okay.
check out Viggo Mortensen in G.I. Jane. I basically just took that. Like, he's got a little blonde mustache, and he's got tiny little shorts, and his wiener's kind of almost out all the time.
Oh.
And I think I had
Almost
just
out?
seen it, and I'm like, let's just do this.
Yeah.
But I did keep making them. I definitely made them shorter. She brought them back several times. The first time was a normal pair of like khaki shorts.
Yeah.
And she brought them back a couple times, and I'm like, wouldn't it be funnier if they're like,
But it is funny,
it's
like you make a
weird, you know,
snap,
something
you
weird
make the
about
sort of a quick decision like that about a character, not knowing if the show's going to be on more
that was
than like
24
one season.
years ago? Yeah.
And so be careful what you decide. You know what I mean? Like,
It was literally 24 years ago. It's about to be a quarter century ago.
Yeah.
Wow. For me, I wanted the flooded pants for sure, and the stick became an important part of that character early on because one of the set cops, we were talking about Rodney King, and like, oh, how do you feel about it? And this guy literally said, well, sometimes people need a little extra stick time. I'm like, that's horribly racist, but I'm going to use that for my character.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
You know, sometimes cops tell us funny stories. Sometimes they tell us really scary shit.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. But often cops will think it's going to be funny. They're like, oh, you would love this on the show. So they're like, do you know how many times we had to shoot this guy with shotguns on PCP before we went down? And I'm like, no. And they're like, 12.
Did
And they're like,
Ruben,
you could do that in the show. I'm like, I'm not doing that in the show.
That's like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
You're going to love this. So this guy's on PCP. You'll love this. You'll love this. This is great for what you do.
It was the sergeant there at the station in Carson, and he told us the story. Maybe
Careful.
Oh.
I just don't know what you're saying next, and you just said someone's real name.
Oh, okay.
You said a real person's name.
He just told us some funny stories.
Okay.
Where everybody was safe.
I just got really worried because he's a real guy and he's armed to the teeth.
Yes.
And he's
He
very
told us
nice
some
right now.
Heartwarming
He told us some
stories.
heartwarming
He told us
stories, I
some
bet.
funny stories.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
The end.
Thank you, Dangle.
End of funny anecdote.
Cut to 2 o'clock in the morning.
The guy with real name. Yes, that's what I'm worried about.
Hi, my real name's John.
Hi, real name, John.
Providence.
So, story from the other day. My friend Ray, he came from the DR at a older age. Started watching a show called Reno 911, and for the first 3 episodes, he thought it was real. So the other day, I was mentioning you guys were going to be here, and that's when he told me that for the first about month of watching your show, he thought it was going to be real. Like a whole real story, and that was real American, like people running around the streets.
That's our reputation throughout the world.
What do you think drove that visual to make it really help?
Well, one thing I will say is when the show first premiered in 2003, both the Reno Police Department and the Washoe County Sheriff Department both got many, many, many complaints.
So we were doing a good job.
They said you should never be letting these officers be filmed like this. This is.
And who chose their uniform outfit?
So they got a lot of letters and calls, and I will say that was back. That was then, and I will say. So I don't know if you remember, I did. Sometimes I felt a little bad about it that maybe the cops in Reno were getting extra grief because of us, but. I don't know if you remember. Does anybody remember the jingle I did? The get up, get down. I'm proud of Reno. It was like this weird little thing we did. It was super upbeat, and the city of Reno really uses it now.
I didn't know that.
It's on all their social media. The city of Reno follows me. All the cops follow me. I was there a couple weeks ago. They're like, "Do you want a tour?" Yeah, it was they've been very, very nice to us now. Yeah.
And there's a famous clip that went pretty viral of Wendy McClendon Covey's character Clemmy doing a drunk with Cedric, and she's making people do choreography to prove that they're not inebriate. Yes.
A lot of people don't know that's Reno 911 because I know the people will send it to us and be like, "You should do something like this." And it's like,
Most people don't know it's actually me.
That's Cedric.
And I'm getting it sent to me all the time. Yeah. You know what you guys should do? You should do this on your show. That is our show. And that's me. That's a black man dancing in a cowboy hat. And you know that black man. It is Cedric Yarbrough.
Although you are doing a character because you say hitch kick.
Alfred Hitchcock. Viral thing right now. Some couple dressed as them as for a Halloween costume, and it's a big thing. But the way that we shot it was, it looked realistic. People really got it, or did not get that it was a joke. But are cool.
The pilot camera people were a team who had done Cops.
Yeah.
So you can kind of tell.
But back then too, like when you guys were first, before I was even there, like you said, it was a different. Like now, people I think are much more savvy when they're watching television, and they're used to stuff like The Office and all of these shows that have this kind of handheld quality. Whereas you were kind of ahead of the curve as far as using.
Well, we also did a real kind of thing that, in hindsight, was pretty smart, which is every single episode of our show starts with a disclaimer not to watch it. It always starts with due to the graphic nature of this program.
Also, you kept in the shaky cam, which
it's like begging you to please watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They didn't use a gimbal. You definitely guys shake your cam. That was fun to watch.
Yeah. We used the
cameraman falls over a bush, so I know that would happen if you.
Our cameraman got hurt a ton.
Yeah.
He got hurt a ton, but he also complained about it a ton.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to say he just walked it off, but he did not.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm from Newington, Connecticut.
Hi, Michael.
Back here. I'm wondering who your favorite cameo actor to work with was.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis did a recent episode. Oh.
She kissed me with a donut in her. We ate a donut together.
Kenny Rogers for me.
Yep. She was the nicest person in show business. She brought us like lollipops,
cards.
She really wanted to do the show.
Oh yeah. She was super excited. It was a funny text message to get. I got this text message. It was like, "Hi, it's Jamie Lee Curtis." I'm like, "What?" All right.
She's just talking to Kenny Rogers.
One of my favorite things, and there's like a million. Patton Oswalt, when we were doing the movie, had food poisoning so bad.
Oh my God, yes.
That he had eaten something, like he got a weird oyster or something in Miami, but he was near death.
Yeah.
When we filmed the entire climax of the movie in like one day.
With like a helicopter
and we had a
crash.
Black Hawk helicopter, and he was having diarrhea the whole time.
In the porta potty.
And then
it wasn't
the
even
poor
like a
guy, he
bathroom.
was just so sick. And then we were like, literally, he was like screaming and weeping, and we're like, hey, we have a Black Hawk helicopter that's about to come up over the bridge. And then Patton a lot of times has just, there's another, when he was playing the Booze Hammer of Galen, which is his D&D character.
Oh.
One of my favorite things is that he's talking, and I never ask him a question, and I finish, if anybody knows, I used to smoke a lot.
Yeah.
And I smoked 2 Merit 100s, which takes like 20 minutes. And I literally never asked him a question. It was so much fun to just, but you can see me on screen just finish one and start the other one.
I was going to say, one of the coolest things, two things, is that our guest stars that are on the show, their careers have really been amazing. You watch that show again, Keegan-Michael Key. And Jordan Peele and Patton Oswalt and so many amazing people. Toby Huss, their careers have gone to.
I love Seth Green as undercover fast food manager.
Yeah,
it was really great.
We have just the best folks that wanted to play and play with us. The one also another great story is in one of our later episodes, TT's funeral.
Oh yeah.
It was just such a fun shoot, but we got an amazing letter.
We got a very short email that was showed to us about the TT's auntie's funeral episode, because Steven Spielberg saw it. Because we were doing those for Quibi, and it was Jeffrey Katzenberg. So we got a note, and it just we got to see an email that came, and it was signed SS, and it said, Reno 911 is my new favorite show. The funeral episode is insane, or something like that. But yeah, that was cool. And then we asked him to be on the show, and we got an instant no.
Not surprised.
We're like, does Steven Spielberg want to be on Reno 911? And they're like, no, of course not. Of course not.
Does Steven Spielberg want us to be in his movie?
The guy who made Jurassic Park and Schindler's List in one calendar year,
Right.
He doesn't want to come out to the valley and get chased.
So this gentleman's actually lovely enough to let me ask another question. Along the lines of the TT's funeral one, you guys in the newer seasons have these long, dramatic shots with these coordinated stunts and explosions and stuff. Which one of those was your favorite?
I mean, that's a really great one. The TT's funeral. The idea was to make it kind of like a spoof of the movie 1917.
Yeah.
So it's very specifically designed to be sort of like that those tracking shots through. I guess that's why Steven Spielberg liked it so much. It's like finally somebody's spoofing 1917.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty amazing one. We've always done. I mean, the only times I've gotten really badly hurt are on this show. We've always done a lot of like pretty big stuff.
Exploding a whale.
The fireworks scene where all the fireworks were shooting at each other and they go into the ice cream truck was really a fun shoot. Yeah, very scary.
But the blowing up the whale on South Beach, Miami, again, this is why not everybody has to go to these meetings, but we had to meet with the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Department of Homeland Security, the South Beach Police Department, and the Miami-Dade Police Department. We had to like go to a meeting with all of them, where I had to like pitch them the idea of like, so we've got a whale and we're gonna blow it up on the beach.
What's the big
And
deal?
they were like, no, they were completely fine with it, which was so cool. That's the cool thing about when law enforcement likes the show, which they do, is when you go ask for permission that you shouldn't probably get.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, Shorts guy's gonna have fun, you know? Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, what's your name?
I'm Dave from South Kingstown, Rhode Island.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
So you said we're approaching 25 years of Reno 911. We're like 30 years of the state, and lots of people from the state went on to do very great things.
Oh, yes.
Did you infect them with your brilliance? Was it luck of the draw? What do you think it was that made the state such an incubator for people?
Well, that's a really, that's a weird one because, yeah, so if you know our original comedy group that this came out of and also Stella came out of and Wet Hot American Summer and night at the museum. Like a lot of things came out of the state, which is just we were the NYU comedy group, and it was Ken Reno, Kerry Kenny, Michael Ian Black, Michael Showalter, David Wayne, Mike Jan, me, Joe Latruglio, Ben Grant, Todd Hollebeck. And it is weird how many of those people went on to be, if not household names, just sort of like recognizable fixtures in, like comedy stuff.
And in all different combinations too of working together.
I pitched a TV show with Ken Marino this year, So I think it's because we bonded like a little bit like a family, and we're also very intense and crazy.
Yes.
Like we're really, if you've ever seen the movie Metallica, Some Kind of Monster.
Yes.
Being in the state is exactly right. Metallica, Some Kind of Monster. I watched Metallica, the movie about Metallica and therapy, and I cried the entire. I was like, this is how it feels. Yeah, we cry a lot.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all so much for taking part in this panel. You're all incredibly talented actors and performers. Rhode Island Comic-Con is lucky to have you here. Thank you all so much for coming to the Reno 911 panel. We appreciate it very much.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, Arwen.
Thanks, you guys. It was fun.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good to see him. Here's where I stand up and reveal that I'm in a funny outfit.
Hello, Fun Bears. It's Brad from Funbearable, the podcast you're about to watch or listen to. I just wanted to give you a quick note on the audio for this and a few other episodes. When we recorded it, number one, I had a pretty severe head cold, and number two, there was a microphone issue. 100% my fault. I'm very embarrassed about it, almost ashamed. We've tried to fix it. We've run the audio through a couple different filters and programs. Our buddy Dave down in Florida took a look at it, and we did the best we could with specifically my audio. Chuck comes through clear as day. So all of you who are like, I listened to Funbearable for Chuck's laugh, fear not, it's here. But if you're wondering why I sound weird and extra robotic during some of these episodes, it's because of the filters that we're running through to try and salvage the audio. We have a couple of these, the microphone issue was there for all of them. Again, my fault. I'm the worst. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get through these episodes. Then we will be able to release some new episodes with audio that isn't janky. So thank you so much for your patience, and now enjoy this episode of Funbearable.
So that was the panel.
Good job, man.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And funny. They were very nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
However,
oh boy,
this will shock you.
Oh, there comes the feud.
I felt embarrassed. I embarrassed myself.
When?
For myself.
How's that?
After this panel.
Okay.
So when Chuck and I host panels, we often like to get a little sweet treat for the celebs.
Beforehand or after, you say?
Before or after.
Yeah.
And depending on when in the weekend is when on the weekend the panel is.
Yes.
At what point, do we have time to hang out with them? I say hang out with them in the sense that we meet them beforehand, or if the panel is early Saturday, maybe we stop by Sunday and drop something off. Or if the panel is on Sunday, maybe we can meet with them on Saturday and just touch base. Just, to be a little more memorable and make a connection before or after on stage.
And give them like a pleasant experience with their panel, basically. So they can walk away being like, oh, that moderator was really nice. That was a great experience.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we moderate for people who have never done a panel before.
Yes.
When we did the Mallrats turns 30 panel,
yep.
Jeremy London had never done a panel before.
Really?
And I believe when I did Jason Lee and Ethan Suplee,
it's Jason Lee's first one.
I think that was Jason Lee's first one as well. So yeah, it's fun stuff. And if they're going to have this experience, you might as well make it as good as possible.
Right. We want to be pleasant. We want to be memorable in a positive way.
Absolutely.
And so I thought, all right, well, Reno 911, they're here. They're putting in the work all weekend. They're all in uniform the entire weekend.
Yes. And they're arresting people for pictures.
Arresting people to take
so
photos.
Funny.
So, and the way it's set up, Cedric Yarbrough's table is here and Thomas Lennon's table is here. And then behind them, on the other side of a curtain is Carlos Alazraqui's table and Mary Birdsong's table. So they're not all four next to each other, but they're all four right there.
Yeah.
And so I did the panel, and I'm like, it was Saturday evening, which, it was originally your panel, whatever.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
And I went to bring them donuts on Sunday afternoon. And not because I'm like, they're actors who play police officers, donuts. I'm like, oh, no, these are just my favorite donuts in the city. One of my favorite meals in the city.
Calling a donut a meal is very funny.
It's a big donut.
So I'll say this. There's a place in Providence called Need Donuts, Knead.
Yes.
They are incredible.
Yep.
They are often our go-to to give people to be like, here's a taste of Providence.
Here's a treat for you.
In Providence, Rhode Island.
And so I picked out donuts for them and, parked, walked all the way through. I'm holding these donuts. I know where their tables are. And I walk over there, and Thomas Lennon is new boot goofing. He's out. And Cedric is there.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, I brought you these donuts. There is a 0% chance he recognized me as the moderator of the panel from the day before. 0%. It was
because of his reaction?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And I was like, yeah, I just figured, I'm like, we did the panel yesterday, and like trying to jog his memory. I understand not remembering my name. That's fine. It's a boring name. I blame my parents.
Yeah.
I didn't have any say in it.
It's true.
And
you could rename yourself.
Oh yeah.
You could do that. Let's see. What do you think?
What's more memorable than Brad?
Buzz.
Oh, that's pretty memorable.
We gotta get rid of Rohrer, your last name.
Yeah, but the Buzz Roar.
Buzz Spaldington.
Why would you choose those for my last name?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Basketball.
Yeah.
You come up with one.
Buzz Basketball.
Buzz.
By the way, Buzz Roar. And then like, what's another, like Buzz Screech Roar? Nope.
Keep going. What do you got?
Oh boy.
I love Screw Loose.
Yeah.
I think Screw Loose is a fun name.
It's weird. Like Buzz Biffington, more so than Baldington. I like the.
Oh, I said Spaldington.
Oh,
like Spalding, like a bat.
I heard Balding.
Because I know I said Spaldington, and you were like, "Why'd you say that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, basketball."
I thought it was a ball joke.
Insecurity.
Yep. Oh yeah. Buzz Insecurity.
Yeah.
In any event, Cedric does not remember me.
Pupil Tantrum. That's such a bad name.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, Joey Tantrum is a funny like mob name.
Tantrum is a really funny last name.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who you got on it? I got Joey Tantrum taking care of it. You got Joey Tantrum taking care of it?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, we're writing this down.
So I bring him the donuts. He does not recognize me. Look, I'm not. I've done a lot of things that I am embarrassed of.
Sure.
Bringing these actors donuts, I'm not embarrassed that I brought it to them. But in that moment, I promise you, the insides of my armpits turned 1,000% liquid. I flop sweated like I was about to give the Gettysburg Address, and I forgot how many years were at a score.
That is funny.
Weird poll.
I get it.
But I was a mess.
Oh, I bet.
Like, Tom, this gentleman brought us donuts. And I'm like, I am a gentleman.
Did Tom recognize you?
He did. Again, not the name, but like the guy from the panel.
Yeah.
And then I went around the corner to tell Carlos and Mary. Carlos had a huge line of people at his table. Mary, a shorter line. So I'm like, hey, I'm Brad. You did the panel. She's like, of course I remember you. Brad Baldington? I'm like, no. And like, I brought donuts. Cedric has them. And she's like, of course he does. And I'm like, at least. So I had a really positive conversation with her.
That's good.
But man, I felt so embarrassed. But it's like, oh, how much of this was my fault? And it's like, none. And Cedric had met hundreds of people that weekend.
Yeah.
Did I expect him to remember me? No, not really.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very fun and funny. And, what a low stakes thing to be embarrassed about.
No, that's hilarious.
That was me taking them donuts the day after.
That is hilarious. I love that.
Oh, I knew you would.
Yeah.
I knew you would.
Oh, boy. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing about meeting so many people is tough.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I don't hold a grudge.
Of course.
Or anything. It was just,
Of course. I'm just trying to explain them.
A unique thing that happened that weekend.
Pupil. I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah.
Pupil tantrum is such a good name.
So, it's an old tantrums family say, if we didn't have bad luck, we wouldn't have any luck at all.
That's funny.
Yeah, originally that was supposed to be your panel.
It was supposed to be my panel. What happens is when we do cons, often for the company Alternate Reality, which does Rhode Island Comic Con.
Altered Reality?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, balding.
Yeah. So when we do these panels, which we've done in Jersey, Pennsylvania, Boston, all these different places, we basically talk to them ahead of time. They say, here are the panels that are open. We pick our panels. And I think we usually pick a few, and then they whittle them down.
Yeah.
And we picked the Reno 911 panel for me. So I watched a bunch of Reno 911 because I was semi-familiar with it, and I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I read Tom Lennon's book, which I loved. And I was looking forward to it. I think it was like, I don't know when it happened. When do you think it happened? What time of the day did I get this call?
I think it was probably 25 hours. It was in the afternoon on Friday, and the panel was scheduled for the evening on Saturday.
So I get this call from my buddy Brian Quinn.
Yes.
Now, I know that there's a lot of new listeners probably, so it's one of the guys from Impractical Jokers who I work with consistently.
Yes.
And we were working on a new project, right? With someone else that's very high up in the industry.
Right.
Very excited for this project. Worked on it for a long time. Big project, big budget, whatever. I was going to direct it. So he texts me and he goes, can you be at the Soho House in Brooklyn tomorrow?
Saturday.
And I'm in Rhode Island at the time. And the Soho House in Brooklyn is in Brooklyn.
I think you were backstage at a different panel.
Yes, I was.
You got that, yeah.
Because we do Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So he asked me that, and I'm like, oh, God. I didn't want to miss the meeting. I was meeting the other guy for the first time. I thought it was kind of cool to be invited to this thing.
Yeah.
So I go, shit. And I'm kind of figuring it out. I'm talking to Rhode Island Comic Con. I'm talking to you. And I'm like, what do you think about this? Switching it up. Brad does it. They were super cool. I was really, really lucky that they were cool about it. And you obviously, you're used to this stuff. So you were just like, yeah, it's fine. And I hightailed it, man. That night, I went out to eat with my girlfriend, Natalie.
Yeah.
We went to Julian's in Providence. Great place. And we just went to New York, like straight from there.
Right.
I wonder how this happened. I wonder.
The Friday the 13th panel.
Yes, with Jason Voorhees.
Yes. Well, yeah.
With
Kane Hodder.
Amanda
Rigetti.
Yes.
Derek Mears.
Yes.
Bam.
You got it. Wow. Yeah, so I did the Friday the 13th panel. I must have gone home and grabbed my stuff.
Right.
I'm guessing. And then I just went right to New York. I have a house in Rhode Island and I have an apartment in New York. So I had a place to stay already. That wasn't an issue. It was more that just like where I am, location-wise.
Yeah.
So I went back that day and I made the meeting. But man, oh man, to get that text while I had these responsibilities, for a while I was really like, what should I do? I don't want to bail on the con.
Yeah.
Sometimes they give us preferential treatment occasionally. Sometimes our panels go poorly. Not in terms of our panels go poorly. Sometimes things happen where they get canceled last minute is kind of what I mean.
Some weather issues.
Yes.
So my Jake the Snake panel from 3 years ago.
Yes, exactly.
I'll never get DDT'd now.
You know what, buddy?
What?
Yeah. So I feel bad. I didn't know if they would look at it like, oh, we gave this guy this panel. Because that was like my number one I wanted, because there's rarely comedy panels, and that's what we're involved in is comedy. So I was like, Reno 911, that's the one I want to do. I want to meet those guys. It's fun to get to know them a little bit and kind of have a rapport. So when I was like, should I bail? I really thought that the con would be like, wow, we gave you a panel and you bailed.
Right.
But I will say this. Brad and I have done a lot of panels together.
Yes.
And they look at us as a pair.
Yes.
So if I go, I have to bail on this panel, Brad's going to do it.
Yeah.
A, they know we're capable because we've been working with them for a long time.
Right.
And B, I already did the work of filling it out, so there's no issue for them.
Right.
They don't go like, oh my God, what are we going to do? They go, it's all set. So that's pretty good. I mean, for them in their case, but I was sweating it. I just didn't want to be a dickhead. I didn't want to feel like I'm screwing anybody over. But it worked out fine. Meeting was very fun. It went late into the night, and because Quinn was like, you don't have to come if you're busy. Don't worry about it. But I'm like, of course I'm going to come, like without a doubt. Yeah. So I'm glad I was able to do it. And I'm glad I made that choice and that Brad was there to pick up the slack, buddy.
No, it was great. I had filled out a form wrong or sent an email wrong or something, so I had no panels that weekend.
Oh, is that right?
You were supposed to do the Friday the 13th and the Reno 911.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, they sent it from 2 emails.
And I didn't reply all, something like that. And so they didn't get my preferences, but it's fine. It was
it worked out.
Yeah, a learning experience for me. And it did work out. The negative consequences were that I was sad for 3 days.
Yeah.
And not like, slightly sadder than normal.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, well, I get to do 911. All 4 of them were so nice.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Even if, 25% of them didn't remember. But, I talked with Carlos Lennon about the book, how to write movies for fun and profit.
And fun is crossed out.
Yeah. And I'm like, I wrote this screenplay, but all the notes I got on it said it was too similar to a book. He's like, you know what to do with that? Turn it into a book. And I'm like, well, it's the problem. I'm so bad at writing descriptions that's why I turned it into a screenplay.
Yeah.
Like, truthfully, I just need to go through it, like, with a fine-tooth comb and clean it up.
Yeah, that's good.
And, but yeah, he was very supportive, very funny, very kind. And you saw on stage how funny he was in the moment. And just, it's weird because that's a show I always enjoyed, but
from afar.
Yeah. Like, I never really got into it until
I know,
right around that panel where I was like, man, the comedy in the show is so unique. And so
I know
it's of those people.
I love the concept of the show, and just the episodes I watched were great. You know what's funny? Actually, this ties into something going on with me. There's a couple shows that I really like, but I never. I'll put it this way: like The Office.
Yes.
I think I watched the whole thing one time.
Yes.
Parks and Rec. I watched the whole thing one time.
Yes.
Community. I watched everything, and I kind of fell off at season 4.
Okay.
Then 30 Rock. I've watched just random episodes.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I missed completely. Yeah. Now, these are all shows I want to watch The Office again. I want to watch Parks and Rec again. I want to watch all of 30 Rock, all of Community, and all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So my girlfriend and I, we said, what if we do our own must-see TV nights? So
that's a great idea.
So we watch episode 1 of everything in one night. Next time we watch episode 2 of everything. And at first we were like, wow, 5 shows, that's so long. But then we're like, well, it's an hour and 40 minutes because they're 22 minutes each.
Yep.
So, I mean, an hour and 50 minutes, let's say. But it's like as much as a movie.
Right.
So we're going to try to make our own must-see TV.
Very fun.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. But there's so many comedies I wish I watched. Reno 911 is one of them. Yeah. That's as soon as I watched, I probably watched 5 episodes. I was like, damn, this concept is so perfect for comedy.
Yeah.
It's such a great vehicle for comedy. So I'd love to watch that. It's funny because we just had a funny situation with Rhode Island Comic Con. Did I tell the Hank Azaria story on the podcast yet?
We've recorded it. I don't know when it's been released.
Well, here's the thing. We didn't know that at the time. So basically, what we do is we do panels and we'll record an intro and an outro for the panel. Sometimes before we do the panel.
Yes.
So let's say I'm doing a panel about Reno 911 or Brad's doing it. We might have recorded the rap beforehand, so it could be like, here's what I love about Reno 911, and we talk about whatever, and then it goes with the panel, and we haven't seen the panel yet. So what happened was this. I was going to do a panel with Hank Azaria.
Right.
Who does I think he's the person who does the second most voices on The Simpsons, if I remember correctly, after Dan Castellaneta. And so I was really excited for it. I wanted to talk to him about Godzilla 1998, which I love.
You made me watch Godzilla 1998 in preparation.
Did we?
Yes.
What did you think?
You needed more Hank Azaria.
Yeah, exactly.
Less Godzilla.
Yes. So I'm all excited for this Hank Azaria panel, right? Yeah. I'm gearing myself up for the weekend. And the truth is, here's what happened. Well, I don't need to tell the story about the Mallrats panel. I already told it. But I was doing a Mallrats panel. Jason Lee was not supposed to be on it.
Right.
He showed up like halfway through, and he took my chair and my microphone, which of course is the right thing to do. I gave it to him, and he basically kicked me out of the panel as a joke.
Yeah.
They were trying to bring me back up too, the whole cast of Mallrats, but I'm like, what am I going to do? Stand behind them and not say anything? Yeah. I couldn't find a place.
For a moderator to stand on stage when the whole cast is sitting.
Yes, and so that panel didn't really work out perfectly for me.
Yep.
My other panel was the Hank Azaria panel that weekend. I get there, I'm all excited. We watch Godzilla. Brad's all excited. He has his Godzilla 1998 t-shirt on. He has the Godzilla head. He bought it on eBay for $5,000.
Practicing making the screech.
you remember you had the cardboard boxes painted like a city, and you were stomping through? That was cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
A lot of effort.
It was
a lot of effort. Brad should have made sure those boxes were emptied.
And also, you're not even doing the panel. You're just a fan.
Yeah.
You're just a fan now. So I get there. I'm all excited. I'm like, all right, my Mallrats panel kind of got messed up. Let me do this Hank Azaria panel. I get there. It's like 1:00. They're like, hey, the organizers, they're like, Hank Azaria's plane was late. And I'm like, okay, we're doing the panel late. They're like, nope, he's not doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So those were the only two I had that weekend. Yep. We brought all my filming equipment, all the stuff that I have, both days.
Yep.
I came back from New York to spend the weekend here to do the panel.
Yep.
And both panels got messed up.
But we got the Christmas Vacation panel.
We did.
And the Supernatural panel.
We did get both those panels for
At
Brad.
least my name is out there.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Had you heard the news?
Yeah. So
I got a lot of pushback because during the Christmas Vacation panel, I still had the Godzilla hat on.
Yeah.
And I was stomping my Griswold house.
Yes, exactly.
Take that. And then I electrified myself.
Yeah, Chevy Chase laughed really hard at that.
He thought it was great.
When you fell off the ladder, he loved it.
And then he was like, I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah, he's only 98.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a funny experience. We do a bunch of panels and sometimes they go well.
That's a noisy deal.
Well, you know what? The panels always go well. It's the circumstances that sometimes go bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some of not to get too existential, not to try and sound too profound here, but like it really is a lesson on controlling the controllables.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Going in and saying, all right, well, I've prepared questions in case there are none from the audience. I prepared a bunch of questions. I've worked really hard to research all of the people involved in this panel. But you know what? There might not be enough questions from the audience.
Yep.
The questions from the audience might be weird and or off-putting.
Yeah. Yeah, which also happens a lot.
The celebrity might have travel issues. The agent might have feedback about the questions.
Yes, yes.
You know, what
we're allowed to do.
Ask.
Sometimes we get there and they're like, you're not allowed to film.
Yeah.
Even though that's all we get out of it is the filming for our podcast.
I'll say, I did a panel with actors and artists from various iterations of The Tick.
Yeah, that's right.
Including Patrick Warburton.
Yes.
And Patrick Warburton's agent came up to me, 2 minutes before we were supposed to go on. They're like, hey, Patrick's got a really sore throat, so make sure you don't ask him a lot of questions. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, but like the questions aren't just coming from me.
Yeah.
Because they might come from the audience. So if somebody asks him a putty question, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, right.
And I'd like, all of my questions are about The Tick as a property.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so it was Griffin Newman and...
Like The Tick as an animal? You asked mostly about biology.
It was all like Lyme disease.
Biology?
How do you treat it? Hey, I've heard that if you have Lyme disease... Getting a root canal can be really problematic.
Is that true?
Would you care to speak about this from an orthodontic perspective?
Is that true?
That's what I've heard. I don't know.
Wow.
I've heard it.
We should test it.
Yeah.
That's you getting bit by a tick.
Rash spreads.
And then we wait till your face droops,
and then you do a root canal. And I'm like, yeah, I can't believe how much that root canal that Chuck did hurt.
Yeah.
It's probably because of the Lyme.
I wish you had
After Chuck's pet tick.
I wish you got Lyme disease and a root canal.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that count. So we can only control what we can control. The one of the first panels we did. So Chuck is a driving force. For those of you who are new here, Chuck does a lot. As much as I'm like, we should do a podcast, I never would have done a podcast if Chuck hadn't said, all right, let's do a podcast, and then done a lot of the work to learning how to do a podcast.
Sure.
So when we were doing our first panel, it was with Chad Lindbergh from...
He was
briefly in the first Fast and Furious film, and then he had a ghost hunting show.
Briefly is so funny.
Yeah.
He gets murdered.
Yeah. And so Chuck was like, we need to write at least 20 questions, at least 10 questions each.
Just in case the audience didn't have questions. Because most of the, just so you can fill them in, most of the time you ask 3 to 5 questions, depending on how long, depending on how long the answers are.
Right.
Then you throw to the audience and you hope the audience fills up the rest of the time, and you can make little chime-ins here and there.
Yeah.
So I said, let's do 20 questions just in case, because we have to fill 45 minutes.
We're seated in this big expo center,
Yeah.
hanging out, and we're writing all these questions, and you want the questions to be
Different
and interesting.
Yes.
And then we went into this panel, and no one from the audience had questions.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that we had done all that preparation.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's when it's like, oh, I'm so glad that Chuck was there to make me do all this work, because otherwise I would have been up there and then like, so driving cars fast can be scary. I don't have a question.
How does it feel to be murdered?
Yes.
Bad. Yeah, it's funny. We have a difference in opinion where like Brad will be like, we can write 5 and it's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we don't know who's going to come out. I mean, like for a panel like the Christmas Vacation panel where Chevy Chase is there and Beverly D'Angelo and Juliette Lewis and Randy Quaid, that's kind of rare.
Yeah.
So you can get away with asking 5 questions or only having 5 prepared.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a little up in the air.
It is, at least as far as this goes, significantly better to over prepare
exactly
and under prepare.
Exactly.
So, yeah, the Reno 911 people were excellent and very funny and veterans and knew what they were doing.
Right.
Comfortable being fun and funny in front of an audience. I was really glad I got the chance to do it.
Yeah, that's great.
And I'm really glad that we can now finally share it with all of you Fun Bears, and all of you new folks who stuck around after the panel.
Yeah, thank you.
We learned a lot.
Oh, and big thanks to Kevin Smith, because I've known Kevin for a while. I've worked with him a bunch of times. He put up the Mallrats panel so that it was on his YouTube and ours as like a collaboration video, which I didn't even know YouTube can do, but now they can do it. So big thanks to Kevin, because that gets it spreads the word way more. And if you're new from the Mallrats panel, which we recently posted, thank you.
Or the Reno 911 panel.
Exactly. Thank you guys for sticking around, giving us a chance, and saying these silly boys.
Oh, we are so silly.
I'll watch them.
Yeah. Check out our back catalog if you like. Give us a rating, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Happy to have your support in any way, even if it was just watching this video.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Yeah,
we do.
And if you enjoyed it, write us at funbearablepod@gmail.com. We do mail sack episodes where we read all the mail that comes in. Sometimes we're backed up, but we always get to the listener mail, and we read it on the show.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sticking around for this episode. We appreciate it deeply. For Brad Rohrer and Chuck Staten, I'm Brad Rohrer. It's been a long day. Saying thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.
You know what?
What's that?
If you gave me a donut, I'd never forget you.
Well, but the problem is I should have given him the donut at the panel. Because then he would have remembered me.
He forgot you first.
He forgot me, and then I gave him the donuts. Now he thinks of me as Donut Guy.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there are worse ways to be known.
That might be. Yeah, you know what your nickname could have been?
What's that?
Lyme disease root canal guy.
Oh, no.
With the bandana side at the top, because it's 1926.
In a world where there ain't nothing left two special idiots now. Hear me out. Chuck's laugh is frightening.